Thank you, Tony. Now to the latest developments on an attack at a synagogue in Pittsburgh.
The man accused of committing the worst massacre of a Jewish community in the U.S. was in court today. Robert Bowers faces 29 federal charges, and prosecutors say they will seek the death penalty. Handcuffed and in a wheelchair, Bowers faced a judge for the first time since he allegedly stormed into the Tree of Life synagogue on Saturday and opened fire, killing 11 people and wounding 6 others. Bowers was injured in a firefight with police. And tonight, one of the rabbis is talking about the moment he realized he heard gunfire and how he tried to save as many of his members as he could.
Quickly tried to usher them up to the front, out some doors in the front, towards exits or towards a closet, someplace that they could hide, someplace safe.
Now, despite the hateful act, the rabbi insists the synagogue will reopen stronger than before. Here at home, an interfaith vigil was held in Providence tonight. Religious leaders are calling on the community to pray for the victims and discuss ways to take action locally. Eyewitness News reporter Sheena Lusciuto was at tonight's vigil and is live in Providence with more. Sheena?
Well, people from all different religions gathered here tonight for a night of unity and prayer, all looking for a better tomorrow. You could hardly actually move because there were so many people here, and that is what brings everyone hope. It began with a moment of silence. After dark moments hit our country Saturday, 11 lives tragically taken after police say a man opened fire inside the Tree of Life synagogue in Pittsburgh.
If you got a heart, it has to hurt you.
A clear message is being shared by local religious leaders. When you attack a community of faith, the pain doesn't stop at that city, state, or even nation. It's felt worldwide by those who believe in a higher power. And for those reasons, hundreds come together for a vigil right here in Providence. Some compared hatred to a fast-spreading fire, one that can easily be defeated by loving one another. 11 candles honoring the victims are displayed here to remind us.
Look at everyone here bearing light. This is how we combat hate.
Local rabbis asked the crowd to continue doing the exact thing those 11 people were trying to do when they were killed.
May we find the strength to take action to repair our world.
And to just do your part. For the owner of the Shalom Memorial Chapel in Cranston, that means making the trip to Pittsburgh to help with those funerals.
I already talked to my cohort down there, funeral director, and she needs the help. She's overwhelmed, and I can understand that.
And Michael Smith says he's making the trip to Pittsburgh tomorrow night. And I asked him how he even got connected with the groups down there. He said word traveled fast and he just knew he had to help. Reporting live in Providence, I'm Sheena Lusciuto, Eyewitness News.